The following is a selected video from masterthecontent.com, where you will find an extensive video library of lectures for a variety of standardized admission tests. We offer over 600 hours of detailed video lectures for a multitude of standardized tests. Use our interactive in-lecture table of contents to find specific topics of interest. Work through numerous in-lecture examples to help you internalize concepts. To learn more, visit masterthecontent.com. Your career, our passion.
Those are basically the forces that are involved in the teacher level of organization. And what I want to talk about lastly is the quaternary level of organization, which basically results from the aggregation of two or more polypeptide subunits. So it's the three-dimensional structure of a multi-subunit protein, and it basically shows us how those different proteins fit together. So proteins that actually have the quaternary level of organization are referred to or are called multimeric proteins. So multimeric protein is basically a protein that's composed of two or more polypeptide chains. Now, each of the polypeptide chains in a multimeric protein is referred to as a subunit. Those are protein subunits in that protein. Now, in the case of a protein that has identical subunits, we will call that a homodimer. And when we're dealing with a protein that has different or non-identical subunits, we will call that a heterodimer. So good examples of proteins that actually have this quaternary level of organization that are formed by more than one polypeptide chain would be hemoglobin. That's a really good example. It's formed by the conformation of more than one polypeptide chain. DNA polymerase, that's another really important enzyme that is formed by more than one polypeptide chain. Also the ion channels that we commonly find in on the surface of our plasma, on the surface of our cells, or embedded in the plasma membranes or the cell membranes of our cells, they're actually also usually formed by more than one polypeptide chain. Now, it's important to note that at the quaternary level of organization, those structures are not rigid, okay? Changes can occur to the quaternary level of structure, the quaternary level of organization. And they can either happen through what is called a conformational change, in that an individual polypeptide chain or one of the polypeptide chains in that multimeric protein can actually undergo a change, resulting in the entire change or in the change of the structure of the entire protein. Or we can also have reorientation, in that there's a change in the way those individual protein subunits, those individual chains in the multimeric protein, interact to actually form the quaternary level of organization. So the question you might ask yourself in this case is, why would it be important for a protein to change its structure at the quaternary level? It's actually very important when we're talking about, for instance, regulatory proteins like enzymes that rely on conformational changes to perform their function. For instance, allosteric enzymes, they actually rely on a change in their structure to catalyze a specific chemical reaction. So in that case, conformational changes become very important, or changes to the structure even at that quaternary level.